Hi there, Dan West again, and this truly is a day I've been looking for a very long time, well, probably over 7 years. Ever since I built my my Roubo workbench. Unfortunately, it was just before I started doing videos, but luckily I took a lot of pictures. So what I'm doing is I'm going to upload another video of this bench with a little better narration of how I went about building it, and you won't, like so many, you're not going to have to watch me kneel 100 potatoes like you got. I mean, who wants to watch a guy cutting plywood and chopping boards to length? I mean, you know how to do that, If it was something really special like setting up a lock miter router bit, that might be more useful, but most of you get the gist, and no little handyman's going to build a bench like this anyway, so it's mainly for a handyman's amusement or a real craftsman's way of getting ideas. My bench is big. In France, mine was 1 meter by 4 meters because we renovated a lot of chateaus, and if you've seen any of those doors and windows, they're long, and a lot of times the stiles are real narrow, so they're very fragile. But you can't stick those in sawhorses. But not only that, all through my career, I've done a lot of custom door construction. So my bench was originally set up for that, to fabricate doors and cabinets, long cabinets, things of that nature. I did a lot of, like in high rises, coffee and copy rooms for a long bank of cabinets, or credenzas, things of that nature. But for this video, I'm doing something a lot different. I'm getting more into my dovetailing like I used to, and I'm going to be building my long-awaited wall-hung tool cabinet, because my shop is a mess. There's no place to put anything. I keep buying stuff, there's no place to put it, and one project comes before another, so I tell everybody, forget it, I'm doing my thing now. And in the process, my base cabinet's going to be 10 inches deep. Then I'm going to have 2 sets of double doors. A door opens, another door opens, and the same. But so four doors total, but 2 openings. And I have an end vise, rocker end vise. But these pieces for the core is going to be 4 feet by 3 feet tall. So I'll be lifting them out, putting them in, turning them out. And then I actually went on a site that had a Moxon Vice, which I've never liked. They look ugly to me. I think a man made a really nice invention, but I don't want something I got to put on my tabletop and take it off. I've got no place to put stuff as it is, and I got this big thing. But then I got to thinking, as I started watching a lot of different Moxon Vice designs, and right here, this is my chop, my oak chop. It's made up of 4 foot by 5.5 wide 3/4 oak, and you'll see in my video how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna incorporate this Moxon Vice into my bench, and I've never seen any bench like that ever. I've got the bench crafted retro leg vise. I've got, like I said before, I've got the Rockler free release end vise, and this box is going to go on the other side. But it's going to be in a way to where no rods are going to be sticking out. That's the first thing I just couldn't stand about the Moxon, these rods sticking out. It's unsafe to me, looks ugly. I don't care what, I just never liked it, me personally. My rods are going to go into my bench, and my jaws will come out with the turning devices. But at the end of my bench, as far as you'll see, I'm going to have 12 inches clear. So I can take a piece in, put it in, and do my dovetails, then take it out, turn it around, and put it in. Not have to lift it back out again. Then I'll have 25 inches clear in the center of the 2 screws, and then the end will just be, just the end. But when it's closed up, it's just, the jaws right up, just like the end vise, the jaws are right up against my bench with the wheels. No rods sticking out. So that's what going to incorporate that video in this. I'll probably have a separate one, but I'm also going to incorporate in this Roubo Bench video. And that's it. I just wanted to let you know what this is about. And when I first built this bench, I was 68 years old. Now I'm 70. I'll be 75 September. So this September. So people say, "Why are you doing it?" I said, "Well, because I can, and I want to have some enjoyment before I kick. And if I can just have a few days with it, that's all I want. I want to have some enjoyment. You know, I don't want to just wait till I kick and say, yeah, I wish I would have done it. No, I'm gonna do it now. So that's it. I'll show some other pictures of it, all clamped up and everything, and cleaned up and cut up and all that stuff and lay out, you know, the whole thing. But I'm not gonna have you watch me do every little thing like a lot of you guys do, cut every board and all that, like some gal peeling potatoes. All right. So with that, get back to work.
So here we go. We're going to be taking a look at a bunch of snapshots here. This is the chop. Watch. I need more F clamps or C clamps. Those are what really puts the pressure on. At these other, you know, Irwin press clamps, that kind of stuff. You really need something got an Acme thread to really put some power to it. But it came out all right. And when I glue a board, I glue both sides. I don't put it wet and dry. I put both sides wet. And this is the beginning of my fiasco. I bought all kinds of stuff. I kept changing my mind. This is a kit I get most everyone gets. I knew I had some threaded rod someplace. And the thought of using, after a while, the thought of using threaded rod didn't appeal to me at all. And I eventually, I don't use this stuff. I haven't got them on my wheel. This is some EMT, 3/4 EMT that I'm going to use for sleeves. I double ordered the square steel Acme thread number 6 thread space. I got the springs. I think I'm going to use the springs later. I haven't put them on yet, but I think I'm going to use the springs to help push the board out. Mainly I got the Moxon Vice ready for doing my waffle cabinet. I have some plate steel there. I'm going to make just 4 square steels. That's going to I'm going to recess the steel Acme thread into the nut into the bench, and recess it by 1/4 of an inch so that plate can go right over it, and that plate will be steel screwed to the blade and will keep it from moving. The bronze they didn't move good at all. That's why I got the steel one. The other nuts were regular square nuts. I bought a host of drill bits because I've got a 36-inch long Acme thread. I'm going to cut it in half to be 18 inches, and I'm going to have 5 inches sticking out of the face of my Roubo Bench. So that means I'll have like 13 inches buried into the bench, and that screw is going to be going into 3/4 conduit, so it doesn't hit wood, and there'll be a 3/4 piece in the chop itself. So that wood, the 3/4 Acme thread is going to be housed up against the conduit. Whatever. I drilled the holes first, and I've got this thing there set to locate on my bench where the holes are, the size of the fascia boards on framing on a house. You just put a lot of outriggers out there. This is a chunk of wood I use, and I drilled a straight hole on my bench before I drilled the hole. And that's how it's going to go up against the bench flat like that. It's a hole horizontal, so I can have a good, nice straight hole when I put that drill bit to the bench. And that worked out real well. That came out. And again, the drill was a 1 inch because the conduit's 15/16, so I go 17 in, 3/4, 7/8. It just wasn't enough. It was still kind of snug, so I went ahead and just drilled a 1 inch hole all the way through. The 14 inch, I need 13, but I got 14 inch, and it worked out real well. So, actually, deep, shorter, yeah. So back to the drill press, my jet drill press. I got some Foster bits and the other 2 holes. I made mine a little bit wider. These little crummy files, chisels, to me they're really good. I don't know if you think they're junk files, but for me, I've always had some files like chisels. These are good for the rough work, and I can get a sharp edge on those things just as well as the finest Lee Nelson dovetailing chisels. These are good chisels. I've always had them with me, and they did most of the work on this bench. Again, here shows how in my old framing days, you take a fascia board when you're on the roof, and you put a 1x or 2x nail to the top of it, hang it over the side of the house, and then nail it to your rafters. It's the same basic thing here with the chop. I just put a clamp on each end, and just to put these Irwin clamps just to kind of hold up against it. And I just took a fly bit and slid it in the hole just to get tap it, just to get the pinpoint hole to locate that drill. And that was before when I just drilled the 1 hole. So here is where I inlaid the nut, and then of course I did also the pocket for the 1/4-inch steel plate. And I don't have one of these router plates. What I have is a bit that I've used for years that's specifically made for cleaning out datums. You put it in your router. I just never seen the need for a router to clean out of that. Pretty much that kind of work where I've needed. Some people who love to use planes, and that's fine. But I'm a little bit of everything. I like chisels. There's my bit. There's a collar on it. You can't see the collar. Just retract it, but there's a collar on that guides around the hole if you're going through a dado, for example, 3/4, 8-inch dados up. I freehanded it, so that's why you don't see the collar. And then I just took the chisel and chop off the rest. But as far as a flat surface, you can't beat it. That's the only way. It shows the inlay already set. There's the mortise. There's the 3/4 tube of electrical conduit. My Acme thread. I went ahead and bought Acme thread in my nut, and that thread will be in-house, and that conduit drag on the wood. I thought it was a pretty good idea after I thought about it. I made a lot of different changes as I went along. I think about this, I did this. It wasn't something I had already planned all at once. It kind of evolved. It's kind of what I usually do. I don't usually draw plans unless I have a specific detail I want to pay attention to. Other than that, I got the general size and everything, and I pretty much go with it in my head. And I've never had really bad results. And it shows that thing came out dead nut square. So I was really pleased. Other than that, I'm glad I went ahead and extra cost, big deal, but get the Acme thread. I bought all these drill bits, all these different things and wheels and everything, because I changed my mind. But when I do something like this, I want to do it right, and I'm not worried about the money. I'm not rich, but I just don't like doing anything half-assed. A buck or two here or there. I want to do it right. And this bench that I built is a nice bench, and I wouldn't want to shame it by putting something together. It's kind of overall look of what it's going to look like. It's going to be a 4-foot long chop, 25 inches clear of the screws in the center. Actually, 25 inches clear from the 45 that I'm going to cut it with. It's actually more clear to the screws, probably another 28, 29 inches, something like that. Because I haven't done it, I'm not going to do it till now, but I'm going to cut a 45 into that chop. So if I do some half-line dovetails, it won't be hindering my socket. But the more I think about it, you're usually doing that to drawer fronts. And I usually do that right off the end of my end vise, my rocker end vise. You know, how thick are your pieces there? 6, 4 inches, something like that. So I've got the layout that shows you right there. That's 13 inches to the square cut where the screw is. The screw is another, maybe 2 inches to the center of that. So, but that's the mark where I would make my straight cut and come down 45 to make that slot to where the wheels are. They're going to be square. And you'll see it over here too. There it shows the square cut. That'll be square. And then where the tape is, that would be the 45. And that's the overall between 2 screws. And again, that end screw will be in the square block of wood. But I'm thinking about that. I may not do that. Other than that, the wheels came with a set screw, a 5/16 set screw. And my first thought was, I think it'll slip. And sure enough, when I tried it, it did. So I thought, what am I going to do? So my first try, and it turned out it came out really, really good. I bought a 5/16 bits. Thought I didn't need more than one. I only needed one, it turned out. And I drilled a pocket in that Acme thread. And I bought new set screws, 1/2 inch long. I'll show you in the upcoming video or photo. And that worked just slicker as not. I mean, pocket in there, tight, no slippage. And I was kind of concerned about maybe shear pressure, but I didn't have to put that much more pressure where this doggone Acme threads are really hold tight. And I tried it with a piece of wood, 12-inch piece of wood. And that's the little set screw on the left is what came with it, the wheel. And that's a 1/2 inch that I bought that's in the wheels now, embedded into the Acme thread itself. So that worked out real well. That shows you what I'm looking at if I do cut it, the 45. And again, I'm just concerned if that would weaken it. I don't know. Even if it did, big deal. I just cut another chop. There's no big deal. There's no big mystery in them making a new chop if for some reason it didn't work out right. And I thought it wasn't holding, securely enough. But it is. So we'll see what happens. Right now, I want to get onto my wall hung cabinet. I need to get that. It's been years I've been wanting to do that. So I can finish this chop later, rounding edges, what have you, cutting angles. And I want to get onto building my wall hung cabinet. So here it is. It's, all set up. Again, there's a 1/4 inch, there's 3/4 inch sleeves right in the chop for the Acme thread to still ride within, metal sleeve. No wood whatsoever. And the wheels roll nice, It's a big, heavy chunk of wood, so you're not going to spin this thing like some guys do with that thread sticking all the way out and they spin it. Big deal. So big deal. You can spin that thread, when a thread sticking away out there. What I want is that thing to secure and to roll nice, and this thing worked really well. So I'm really pleased how it turned out, and I'm going to probably put some walking oil like I did the other ones. But I'm going to be trimming. I'm going to be tuning the top of this edge before long. So, I'm holding off on a lot of different things like that. But right now, I want to build my wall hung cabinet. It's a lot of work. I've got a lot of detail things I've got to do to it. So I want to get on it. And this is, I tried a board, went ahead and put a board in there and threw some quick dovetails in there to see what would work out. I had no slippage whatsoever. Now this is not the 3 foot and 4 foot like the ones I'm going to be putting in there, but it still did really well. So kind of overall look at my shop there. Fans blocking my bandsaw. There's my supported aromatic mortiser and my jet drill. This is where my wall hung cabinet's going to go. But as you can see, it is a mess. It is a mess. I can't stand it. What can you do? I'll be really glad when this thing finally gets on the wall and I start arranging everything for my chisels. I've got a lot of really nice chisels. So I've had some kind of memorabilia from when I was an apprentice with my cherry chisels, and I had to buy a second set, so I lost the first one in the fire. Yeah, I lost those chisels in the fire along with us. Well, they're real nice tools and wood planes, but you know, life goes on. So, anyways, have a good day. Work in the shop. Work safe. And as always, don't use any putty. Okay, you take care, and see you on the next one. Bye-bye.